What's going on, everybody? Chase with iDub Hockey here today in Calgary with Sherwood's product development manager, Dan Rich. We have the limited edition Sherwood Rekker Morph Max sticks.
Now, turned out pretty good.
They turned out real good, and we have the matching gloves to go with it, but today we're just gonna talk about the stick.
Sure.
Now, this is a second generation limited edition model that we've worked together with to bring to light. Now, I wanna bring it home where we really started with this. Let's talk about the max blade heights, because that's always been really important to us at iDub Hockey, and I know you guys have been happy to support it too.
There's been a trend, obviously, and it's really been, I find, it's been driven at the elite level, at the National Hockey League level, where a number of players have started taking their patterns that they play with for years and added a little bit more height in through the throat area, in through the top of the blade to create a little bit more surface area. So, you know, late in the game, third period, puck gets rimmed around the wall and bad ice, you get a hop. Well, a slightly taller blade may help you keep that puck in the zone for an opportunity to score. So these max heights, and for players that like to play net front from a deflection standpoint, getting pieces of loose pucks or shots on goal, again, the max height trend is evolving and developing. The key is to do it without sacrificing the balance points within the stick. So again, you've got to pay attention to that when building those layups of those patterns.
And so we have the PP92, the PP28, and the last one, the PP
90MX.
90MX.
So the 90MX was the flagship, or the first introduction for us at Sherwood, moving towards that max height blade, and we felt it gave us a great combination between the 28 toe curve and that 92 mid curve, and it gave us the max height as well. So we've been very successful with that pattern as the introduction in max height, and then working with your team, now we've actually brought forward the additional max height blades.
And now this is in the second generation of Rekker Max. A little more flash going in on this white edition, but we're still gonna offer it in the black one too. You know, really just talking about max, you know, sleekness or style. That's kind of what we're coming up with the gloves to match it. But I do want to talk about performance too, because you know, we've talked about it before, and you made a comment. Hockey is an expensive sport, and we want to really try and offer some great value and performance for those players that maybe can't afford that top-end model. So let's highlight a couple key specs that really make this Morph Max, whether you go white out or black out, stand out against the competition.
The best part about developing this plan and this program with our engineers and our graphic artists and working with your team is you kind of gave us a shopping list of what you wanted to achieve. So you want a performance level product, but you wanted it at a price point that was going to be able to, you know, include more consumers. So in doing that, we looked at what we had on the drawing board, we looked at our Morph family, and we identified a build that we could modify slightly and ultimately arrive at a graphic package that you guys selected and worked with our graphic artist. But we wanted to make sure we weren't taking away features and benefits. How do we get a performance level product at the right price for you guys? So if it has the Morph name on it, it had to have Ergo taper shaft. That was a no-brainer. So in doing that, we've got the benefit of the 3 distinct zones, and it also gives us the benefit of the duo fire Kickpoint. Because those 3 distinct zones, at the transition of the zone between the convex concave and into the rounder taper, that creates that secondary bump. So that duo fire Kickpoint, the secondary bump, which allows that player to get some velocity and get some flex on the stick when they're shooting from a hands high position or a stick handling position, we wanted that feature and benefit. So Ergo taper shaft, that distinct 3 zones and the comfort level in your bottom hand, the mobility in the top hand, and the low kick with the duo fire. Those were features that were must have.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's made Rekker so popular, especially with that ETS coming from the Legend Pro into this year's Morph family, whether it's in the Max or that retail version, just all about that versatility of a quick release with some hard shot power and always effortless. Now, last but not least, we got to talk about the Namebar too. I'm glad we included it this year. Can you give me a quick rundown, maybe for those players that haven't picked up a Sherwood stick in a couple of years? What are you able to do here?
For customizing for players, if they want to have their name or their nickname or their team name or their number in this area, we obviously have a visible printable area that allows, if the retailer has the ability, or the player can even do it on their own with a Sharpie at home if they wish, but they can personalize that product. Having that ability gives it that additional personal touch, if you will. When you look on any given night watching the National Hockey League and you see the shot on the bench when it pans across all the players, you'll see the stick rack behind them, and every single player's name is on there so that the equipment manager can find that stick quickly if it needed to be on a break. Well, we want to be able to customize, and so having that name bar there, you still have the clear flex and pattern identified, so you know what you're getting when you're shopping in store, but then you've got a customizable aspect to make it your own.
And then Dan, the last important question here, if you had to pick which graphics package best suits your personal style of play, which one would you pick here?
I'm an old guy, so look, I don't have enough swagger like you do. These California guys are a little more swagger to be able to rock the white gloves, the white stick. I would suggest you probably have a silver helmet and a tinted visor to go along with that. Perhaps that's better suited for your game. I'm an old school grinder, so I'll stick with the black on black stealth look. And I think the glove complements it really well. The Morph Max family that you've built, I think really gives you both flavors and puts it right at a price point that really addresses the broad range, or the biggest range of consumers.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're a grinder like me that stays away from the play and you want to blend in with the boards, that's what I have here with the white. But Dan, as always, thank you and the entire team for helping us come out with not just the gloves and the sticks this year, but continuing to be such a great partner with us.
We love working with you guys, and you're always welcome in Calgary. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Well, for you at home that want to check out this exclusive Sherwood Rekker Morph Max line, make sure you head over to inlineandicewarehouse.com.